So, where would you like to start?
Let's talk about how to encourage students to arrive to the classes on time. It's so disruptive when they show up late.
To my mind, the only real solution is to be strict and not allow anyone to join the lesson after the class has started. If we all stick to it, then the students will get the message.
If we do that, then there are going to be a lot of unhappy students.
That's true. Can we try to think of solutions where students will still be held accountable, but are still able to join the classes they paid for?
Well, what if their attendance affected their scores in some way? Let's say maybe 10% of their weekly grade. Maybe that would encourage them to show up for their classes on time.
I think that is definitely worth a try. Now, what about making sure our students are keeping up with their work so they graduate from the program on time? I think I have an idea, but I wanted to first see what you thought.
I think it's best to leave it up to the students. No one's going to be holding their hand when they go off to university, so I don't think we should do it here. If they can't make a schedule and stick to it, then that's tough luck.
I agree with that in part, but I think we also need to teach them how to think and act independently. Maybe a periodic check-in to see if they're keeping up with their work, say on the first and third Mondays of every month.
That's exactly what I had in mind as well, but won't that day conflict with most of the field trips we have planned for this course?
Oh, you're right. What about Tuesdays?
All right.
The last thing we need to discuss is how we keep our students off their phones while they're in class. Any strategies?
Oh, I have a phone box in the front of my classroom. Every morning, students come in, they put their phones in there, and that's that.
I guess that would be effective. I make an announcement every so often to the students that they should keep their phones in their pockets so that it's not distracting them during class.
That's what I do as well. I find most students respect that request. Well, does anyone have any suggestions for when to have the party?
About the last day of work. That'd be December 23rd. Everybody would be here. That'd make it easier for all of us to travel to the restaurant together.
That's true, but I think a lot of people just want to go home and start their holiday. Traffic is always a nightmare during the holidays, and I'm sure a lot of the restaurants are all probably completely booked.
You might be right. I was thinking about having it on the Friday before that. It won't be as hectic, and it would be a nice start to the weekend. Oh, wait, is that one of the Saturdays where only half the staff comes in?
Thankfully, no. However, that is happening this weekend, isn't it? Do either of y'all have to come in?
Of course I do.